Welcome to the world of skateboarding, one of the most popular activities of the youth today. Skateboarding is a fun, active hobby that's actually more of a lifestyle than a sport. Skating has grown over the years and is now worldwide. Competitions like the X Games and Street League make it possible for skateboarding to become a legitimate career. But it wasn't always so popular. Like everything else, it had a history, and today we will be taking you into the beginning, the start of the incredible invention. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present you skateboarding.
Filming skateboarding has been around since skateboards were invented, but it hasn't been as popular until the last 20 years. Filming has widely contributed to skateboarding's popularity because of its exposure on the internet, TV, magazines, and so on. Like anything else, there is a history to recording this incredible hobby, maybe even more than you think. Skateboarding was originally filmed with the VCR, which stands for Video Cassette Recorder, but wasn't very popular because of how difficult it was to use. Of course, technology has evolved and cameras have changed, which has made skateboard filming more popular. Even today, there are hundreds of expensive cameras to choose from, and they are still making new ones. Skateboarding's most famous camera, even used today by many filmers, is the VX1000 Sony Handycam. Most skate films were produced from the 90s up until now, but it has always been put together by clothing or skateboard brands. Roughly around 2005, independent skate films were being put out onto YouTube and made into DVDs. These videos are very important to skateboarders more than anything. One reason for skateboarders to record their videos is to try and become famous. These videos bring hype to the skateboarders getting ready to skate. Most skateboarders know that they won't be able to skateboard forever and will eventually have to get a job, so why not try to make somewhat of a career out of it? Many people get sponsors by sending in videos to skate shops or brands.
Oh boy. Well, it gave me direction. It gave me something to focus on and put my energy into. Something to just be interested in and have passion for. So it gave me a sense of direction. That's pretty much how it changed my life.
Skateboarding has been around since some surfers in Southern California wanted to surf on the street. The first skateboards were just boxes with rollerblade wheels. Skateboarding evolved, and by 1963, skateboarding was booming in California. Skating crashed in 1965 until the urethane wheel was invented. Soon after, skateboarding began to be more of an underground movement, with skaters continuing to ride, but to make the whole world into their skate park. Everyone knows what an ollie is. Not many people know that Alan Gilfrin invented the ollie. It was named the ollie because that was his nickname. The VCR changed skating forever. It allowed people from all over America to see skateboarding, and now too. The Bones Bridge Brigade Show was the first skateboarding program. It had some of the most famous skateboarders like Tony Hawk and many more. Vert skating took a dive in popularity in the 1990s. And then street skating swooped in. Mike Valley came on the scene and pushed street skating even further. In 1995, ESPN held their first X Games, which made street skating mainstream.
The 1970s were the golden age for skaters and new innovations for the board itself. The new urethane wheels and kicktails allowed skaters to perform aerial tricks and skate poles and pools. The Zephyr Crew was a skate team from Santa Monica that revolutionized the sport completely. They surfed the streets. The Zephyr Crew members were seen as lords of skating, and the delinquents would sneak into people's backyards, drain pools, and skate them. This was just one form that they started. The polyurethane wheel were what allowed the boys the grip they needed to carve the pools. The second innovation was the kicktail. This allowed the skaters to be able to pop the tail and thrust forward, resulting in an aerial trick known as the ollie. The ollie is a base trick for almost every other aerial trick in the book. These innovations allowed the sport to make the comeback that it needed.
The most popular skateboard clothing brand at the moment is Huff, founded and owned by Keith Huff Mitchell, the pro skateboarder himself. According to Complex magazine, Huff is mostly known for their collaboration with iconic people such as Cheech and Chong, Snoop Dogg, and Blondie. Huff's famous plant life socks can also be seen on the feet of famous rap stars such as Kendrick Lamar, Wiz Khalifa, and even Be Real and Cypress Hill. Lots of skaters who have made it in the skate world try and start their own clothing companies. Paul Rodriguez, or P-Rod, is a huge idol in the world of skateboarding. With his own shoe, board, and much more, he is the idol for most of the youth skaters right now. He started Primitive, an urban skateboard company that is now in the top 10 companies in skate culture. Most skateboarding clothing companies choose to sponsor skaters to build hype around the brand. One example is of the company Supreme. Supreme's owner James Chevia started Supreme in 1994 in downtown New York. Since then, the company has flourished because of their endorsements they have given to youths and pro skateboarders. They have sponsored famous people such as Jason Dill and Mark Gonzalez. People like them build hype in the skate culture, and sooner or later, everybody is wearing a Supreme t-shirt or hoodie.
There's one place where you can always find skateboarders, and that place is the skate park. The first skate park was built in Tustin, Arizona on September 3rd, 1965. It has simple concrete ramps and was run by Arizona Surf City Incorporated. Inspired by this park, a half-acre lot was opened with plywood ramps with lighting installed for nighttime use in Kelso, Washington. The first skate park ever officially opened on the East Coast was the Ocean Bowl Skate in Maryland. It is still in use, standing as the oldest operating skate park in the U.S. As skating came back with popularity, they had started to use skate parks to fill up areas with unwanted elements, which in turn is good for the city and the schools. Each one with its own unique design. There are three kinds of skate parks: bowl, flow, and street plaza. These skate parks provide skaters with a safe environment free of hassle and potential arrest and fines.
How has our innovation caused a positive change in people's lives, you ask? Well, skateboarding has saved people from the streets, become a career path, and caused business to flourish. It can be a hobby and a great way to exercise. Skateboarding did not become popular until the 70s, but during these days, skateboarding was the bee's knees to kids, when adults saw skaters as edgy delinquents. For the next 30 years, skateboarding evolved to what it is today. In present day, it is possible for talented skaters to make a living out of their beloved hobby.